Huge news in the MMA world today. The UFC has purchased Strikeforce. This is shocking. It's out of nowhere. I'm just going to give a quick rundown on my thoughts on what exactly this all means for the world of MMA. Dana White was interviewed earlier by Ariel Helwani. If you want to check out that full interview, I'll post the link in the description box down below. But pretty much Dana White confirmed that Zuffa, the UFC, they have purchased Strikeforce, but business is going to continue as usual for both organizations. Pretty much, we won't see any immediate effects. There's contracts that still need to be honored in Strikeforce, whether that be, for instance, Fedor's M1 Strikeforce co-promotion contract or Strikeforce's contract with Showtime. Dana White, he's got some bad blood with fighters in Strikeforce. Paul Daly, Josh Barnett to be specific. He's also not a fan of the Showtime production. So he's kept Scott Coker on board. He's always spoken highly of Scott. And pretty much he's just going to let Scott Coker continue to do things as usual over at Strikeforce. He's still going to be in charge of working contracts out. And pretty much Dana White is not going to be doing a whole lot of hands-on business on the Strikeforce side. I've always pushed that the UFC needed some sort of farm system. I mean, we see it in baseball. They got AAA, AA, Single A, and they build up prospects from there, and then they come up to the major leagues. UFC, really, I mean, all they have is you got your low-end fighters, mid-tier, main eventers, and, I mean, really, there's guys in the UFC that you know will never make it to the top, and it's also tough to throw in prospects and feed them to the wolves right away. And, I mean, that's just not a good way to build up your fighters. So, really, I think in the long run, Strikeforce could be a great place, a great farm system. We still get to see guys like, say, Jardine, Vera, potentially Tito if he loses. Guys who UFC fire after they lose twice that still deserve a shot and that still have the talent and should still be showcased. And so, I mean, Strikeforce would be a great place to demote them to improve and maybe rattle off some wins and then get a shot back in the UFC. So Strikeforce, I think, would be a great place for a farm system. In closing, this was a shocking deal. It came out of nowhere, but really I think it benefits the fans. We're going to get to see more fights and more dream matchups that might not have happened. Strikeforce, they had built themselves up to being considered the second tier promotion behind UFC. So, I mean, if you're not fighting for Strikeforce, you're not fighting for the UFC, there's not much elsewhere to go. You got Dream, but really MMA in Japan is on its declines. Over the next couple of days, I'm sure we'll be hearing more from fighters and what their exact thoughts are on this deal. Someone's already posted on Fedor's Facebook that he will be continuing his Strikeforce M1 contract and fighting for Strikeforce. So chances of Fedor coming over the UFC still are pretty slim. And loudmouth Paul Daly, he had this to say. He posted this on his Facebook earlier. Business as usual. What if I don't want to fight for Dana White Zuffa? Dana White bans me for life from the UFC, then buys Strikeforce, and he thinks I'm still going to be easy and fight for one of the most anticipated fights of the year versus Diaz, which will no doubt make Zuffa Dana White money. Daly versus Diaz still on? Someone better holla at my manager real quick. I'm not sure if those were the smartest comments by Daly. I mean, really, you don't want to burn what bridges you have left. If you're not in Strikeforce and you're not in UFC, like I said, there's not really anywhere else to go. So backing out of this fight with Diaz probably isn't the smartest thing for Daly's career. This was potentially the biggest and most groundbreaking announcement ever in the world of MMA. Strikeforce, UFC, now working together, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this all plays out. Oh, and I was given a suggestion by username Prince O Thieves. He said I should mix up the background because it wasn't MMA themed. I'm in the process of moving, but so the background will be changing frequently. But I put up this lone picture. If you can't see it, here's a closer look at the shot. That was breaking news from the Fight Block. Check out the Twitter. I uploaded the Dana White interview in regards to Strikeforce on the blog, so check out the blog. And thanks for listening. Subscribe. I need the support. Peace.